good.
So my family is really...
Are we allowed to smile? Like when you make eye contact with the fan? Lightly, yeah.
Only for work, but I'd like to go for
Pizza again?
Yeah, get us to Seattle.
They were out good place to bring in summer trips. Oh, you know, it's like...
There's still a chance to be part of Mavericks game day experience this upcoming season. Visit your nearest ticket booth or visit us online for more information. All right, now fans, we want to see each and every one of you at an head coach game because we'll be doing another special giveaway. Want to know what it is? Okay. Everyone in attendance will receive their own Fan t-shirt. Don't forget about our online giveaway. Come to the game with the family and get a free
Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for the latest presentation of our NBA basketball. With Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. We'll be joined by Allie LaForce on the sidelines. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Kyrie Irving.
Well, as your career goes along, you naturally lose a little bit. But he takes great care of himself. He puts a lot of effort into his preparation. And he's smart about picking his spots. That's why he's still a factor out there on the offensive end.
So here's Miami's starting group. Out in the wings for him, it's Powell and Wiggins. The post tandem, Adebayo and Ware. And it's Mitchell in at the 5. Here's MP. Well, we've seen some teams, Greg, stumble out of the gate to begin this season, still trying to find their footing, getting some traction.
And when you're not meeting expectations, the pressure ramps up. But as a team, you can't let it get to you, especially with time to turn things around.
Well, you don't want to see Norman Powell settling for outside looks. Love when he goes to work down deep.
And play stops, whistling what looks to be an illegal screen. And a look at the recent power rankings. Some interesting stories here in the early part of December. They're stuck in neutral, unable to gain any real positive momentum.
And when you look at the Mavericks, they've really come together. You can see the confidence in their body language, playing with that sustained focus. That's why they're leading this division.
Now, here's Adebayo. 33 points last game. Shot clock at 6. The Heat need to get a shot off. Powell finds Mitchell. And a miss there on the triple.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
The drive by MP. He can't get it to go. Great D that time from Adebayo. Now, let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Earlier, I spoke with Jason Kidd. Coach brought up the challenges that Bam Adebayo poses on both ends. He told me offensively, Bam doesn't force much. He gets his points within the flow of the offense. He's a great finisher and facilitator. And defensively, he can guard anybody. He might be the most versatile defender in the league. Back over to you.
And as always, Allie, great job. Thank you. A nice shot by MP.
You can see MP just looking to continue to refine that three-point shooting.
Miami's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. The kick out to Adebayo. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good.
Boy, just a tough time making shots. Only 1 for 5. They just need to settle in here.
MP up top, covered by Mitchell. MP outside. Offensive rebound. The kick out to Irving. Davis with a screen on Mitchell. The drive by MP. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Nailed from three-point land.
Unbelievable release from Kyrie. Boy, shot ready on the catch.
You know, with Daniel Gafford, they have an element inside that a lot of teams are looking for.
Well, let's begin with his motor. Daniel Gafford wants to play hard and compete on every possession. He's a lob threat and a rim protector. Give me all of that.
MP looking around. Bobbed up there for Gafford. Up high to stop the alley-oop.
That's just MP reading the defense, going through his progression, and making the right play.
The Heat trail by 6. Now Mitchell. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Powell against MP. And Flagg throws it down.
And you can't let this kid, Flagg, get that good a position down low. Cooper will finish that every time.
Now here's Wiggins. This game we saw him score 13. Mitchell's shot is good.
Oh, beautiful pass. My goodness.
Here's MP. Pass to Gafford. MP outside. Back to Gafford. Good, and the assist goes to MP. MP's got 4 assists in the game. And it's Mitchell with the ball for Miami. 8-point game. Last game matched up with the Clippers. A tough loss there.
Painful to watch, guys. You can see the frustrations mounting, unable to get into any kind of a rhythm whatsoever.
I thought they were outworked and outplayed in just about every phase of the game. Maybe that's one of those situations where you say, hey, let's move on.
And it's the Heat with the ball, following the score by Dallas. Powell, no one around him. A three-pointer, no good.
Well, that's the opportunity they're looking for, just not the result, obviously.
Irving, good.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
The Heat trail by 13. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Powell for 3, and that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
How's that for an answer? Norman Powell says, I'll see that 3 and raise you one.
And here's MP for 3. Does not find the basket. His third miss. He's made just 1 so far.
Boy, not his best quarter. He's trying to break through.
Ooh, rising and punching it on the young fella. You know he loves having that much of a height advantage. Best chance to get yourself on the highlight reel.
Off target with his 3.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
Now here's Powell. 32 points for him last game against the Clippers. MP against Mitchell. MP outside. In the corner, it's Flagg. Davis finds MP. Now Flagg. Some nice passing here by Dallas. And it's Irving missing. Powell feeling it out a bit. Has to wear. On the wing, Wiggins. Covered by Irving. And it's Wiggins missing. Mavericks leading by 8. 17-foot shot on the way. For the screen on Powell. The 3 from MP. Misses for the 5th time this game. Mark him at 1 for 6.
Boy, this guy has completely lost his focus. Nothing working.
Here's Mitchell. Again, the miss by the Heat.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
They're winning despite his performance here, and they have had his back all night.
Wiggins passes away. Powell outside. No good on the triple.
Yeah, and you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's MP, and it's denied. And it's out of bounds to the Mavericks as Dallas retains possession. And so now a timeout called by Jason Kidd. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. A different look for Dallas. Marshall, he's checked in for Daniel Gafford. Klay Thompson comes in for Flagg. Christie subbed in for Irving. A 3 from MP. to see that one drop, shooting a paltry 2 for 9.
And this is why you got to be all up in MP's airspace, even as the pass is coming his way.
Hero passes to Jovic. Latrey. His first shot is a miss. 0 for 1 to start the contest.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
And we've got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. Shams, what's the story?
Well, thanks. The Heat knew they needed to add more shot creation, and this summer, they went out and got just that, acquiring Norman Powell, coming off an all-star caliber season with the Clippers, and doing so without giving up much draft capital in return, or even a starter. That has to be considered a home run for the Heat.
A terrific addition. Shams Charania with the report. Hey, Shams, thanks. Here is Davis after Tyler Hero's bucket. Another miss by MP. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Pass to Larson. Now Wiseman. Hero from long range. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
And a legitimate threat to connect from deep. Hero doesn't lack confidence trying his luck from there.
Thompson for 3. Miami grabs the miss. Fontecchio with it. Still yet to score. Basket good.
Nice little run here to shrink that deficit. But can they get over the hump?
Yeah, it feels like they've ramped up their intensity. They have forced good things to happen. Now they're back in it.
MP, no good.
This has not been his game. He really needs one to fall, something he can build on here.
There's the pick. Over in the corner, Hero. That 3 off the mark. Dallas leading by 4. MP outside. And he drives in, lays it up off the glass. MP's got 8 points.
Yeah, off to a strong start here early. 6 points off second chance bucket.
And Miami making a change here. Powell's checked in. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. Let's take a look at Dallas, right there in 5th position, middle of the pack in the conference.
And you know, for the Mavericks, they've stayed right there, just in sniffing distance of the conference leaders. That's a solid accomplishment at this stage of the season.
Yeah, even so, though, I'm sure they're not satisfied just being near the top of the standings. They're going to be looking to make a major push as this season winds down.
And they've done the job on the offensive glass.
Powell outside. Out of bounds, it'll be Mavericks ball.
At a moment now to see the stats for Powell. Over the last month, he has been spectacular. And not many players convert opportunities inside as well as he. Top 15 in field goal percentage.
And yeah, he's one of the dead-eye sharpshooters in the game for sure. A top 5 percentage guy from deep. Just a hard man to slow down.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Hero passes to Jovic. And here is Powell. Here's the screen. Pass to Hero. Over Marshall. Hero no good. Now here's MP. And he really played well against Denver. Thompson for 3. Good, and it's MP picking up the assist. MP's got assist number 8 now on the night. And the foul called on MP. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
So as we end the first quarter...